Again, hey y'all. I don't know if it's gonna tell me yet whether people are on, but yes. Hey, everybody that's joining, welcome. We're gonna start in a minute. Hey. Oh, wait, I gotta turn my Instagram live on. We're gonna start in a minute. I'm still going live from Nia Events on Instagram. I'm waiting to make sure that yeah. Let me see, because this is not going like this. Let me see. Hey, y'all. If you're joining, share this, guys. If you are just joining, share this. Hey. Oh, I dropped my phone. Hey. This is, hold on. Let me see if my phone. It's just going to be like this. Trying to charge your phone and go live at the same time is the worst. But if you're on here, share it. And if you're on Instagram, please like it and love it. Like it and love it. Today we're going to talk about micromanaging. Of course, we're going to talk about the tea, what's going on, what's the news, what's the update, what you guys got going on, what's the good news you guys have, and then we're going to learn how to develop a team and figure out people that have the right background and have the passion, and also figure out how to watch how they work and how to communicate them, and just overall learning how to not micromanage as much and just perfect consistency within your brand. So if you're on here, like it, love it, and share it. That would be awesome. So we're going to get started. I guess I've been on here for like 2 minutes. People have a short attention span. So we're going to get started. First, how's everybody? I need everybody to like give me some hearts, give me some like emojis, give me an emoji for how you feel right now, give me an emoji for how you are right now. If you're on Facebook, you can still give me emojis. So let me know how you guys feel. I can tell you I had a rough day from morning all the way till now. Oh yeah, I got the cool eyes. He said he's cooling. That's cool. So if you're on here, love it and share it and just drop an emoji for how you feel right now. Tell me how you guys feel. Share the video, like it, and yeah, just let me know how y'all feel. Give me an emoji for how y'all feel right now. Like I said, I had a rough day. I don't know. You know, it's just like when you're in like a cloudy day and you're always like, you know what? This is going to be a crazy day. Why do people associate their days with them? Like once their mood is bad, he said I'm drunk, Lord. Once their mood is bad, they say, oh, this is going to be a rough day. Why do people associate their day with them? Like, why can't you just say like, oh, this mood is bad because this mood is bad? Because like, it doesn't matter what day it is, because Sunday through Monday, there's 24 hours in it regardless. So, hey, what's up? Oh, thank you for sharing this. Thank you for sharing. If you're on Facebook, share it. If you are on Instagram, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Give me some dap. Give me some dap if you're on here. Give me some pounds. I be goofy a lot, y'all, because you gotta be funny and goofy, y'all. If anybody really know me, I'm real life goofy, unless I'm handling business, and then people really don't like me. But other than that, I'm really goofy. But yeah, so I'm glad everybody. Are y'all talking to each other on my live? Hold up. Wait a minute. Anyway. So I like to talk about the news and update everybody when we get on here. How does everybody feel about this Eminem thing? So my thing with it is, I read, like, every morning I wake up, I go to the app news, and I update myself on what's going on in the world every morning. And I'm reading it, and it was talking about what Eminem said and how Eminem felt like his supporters shouldn't support Trump, and if they do, they should F off or whatever. And my thing is, during the whole time I'm reading it, they didn't even say that it was on the BET Hip Hop Awards. I'm like, wait a minute, this happened on the Hip Hop Awards? So when I go and watch the video, I'm like, oh, this is lit. Like, this is lit. This shows that, like, yeah, man, you gotta listen to it. You gotta listen to it. I mean, it's saying what everybody else is saying or whatever, but, like, I think that it was cool coming from him, not just because, like, oh, he's a white guy. Hey, guys, if y'all on Facebook, please share this, share this. This is going to be a dope webinar about how to not micromanage and things, but I like to talk about some hot topics at the beginning. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about the Eminem thing? Oh, shit. I'm not tripping, y'all. Yeah, Eminem is the GOAT. Eminem is the GOAT. He's like top 5, and he doesn't get the credit of top 5 like he should. People be like making their top 5 and then like totally skip him. But like, yo, Eminem is dope. Like, he has a strong voice, he has a strong following. So that's dope. So another thing with Trump is this insurance law thing. So he tweeted a long time ago, since, legislation is taking forever to pass the thing on, getting rid of Obamacare, that my top 5, okay, hold on, wait, y'all, we gotta go back. My top 5 is Nas, Tupac, Dead or Alive, right? This is Dead or Alive? It's Dead or Alive, whatever. Nas, Tupac, Kanye. I love Kanye. Nas, Tupac, Kanye, Jay, and I think for right now, Nick Grant. Because, like, you gotta, put somebody in there that's relevant. I'm not too young to know Nas. You're probably too young to be on Live, boy. So, anyway. Yeah, so that's my top 5. But anyway, yes, Jadakiss. Oh, Jadakiss is definitely in the top 5. Nick Grant, hold up. How you not know who Nick Grant is? I need you to Google it. Anyway, he just got signed to Epic a minute ago, but yeah. So people think it's a game about getting rid of Obamacare, but I was, reading today, and Trump has real life gone forward with passing this new law, and it's gonna be kind of cool, but kind of bad. I mean, of course, every law has its negative and positives for certain people, but it is gonna make sure that, like, we can use the insurance in any state, wherever or whatever. So I definitely need to do some more, learning and informing on what he's about to pass. But I just read that, like, he's serious, like, it's about to go down. And the last thing is, if you're on here, share this, y'all. If y'all on here, share this and like it and love it on Instagram. And the last thing I want to talk about was Cardi B. So am I the only one? I think I'm tripping, but am I the only one that knew that Cardi B had implants in her butt and her breasts, and she got them when she was like 19? Like, that's a really young age to be getting it. But anyway, she celebrated a birthday today, and I think it's really dope because me and her are the same age, and we were born in the same year. That's cool. But anyway, moving along. And so the last thing that I like to do on here is to get good news, because of course we're about to talk about how to inform ourselves and how to make our businesses and companies better, but I want to hear all the good news that you all have. So if you have good news, share it, comment it. I don't know what he was saying. Yeah, so if you have good news, share it. Put a comment under. If you just got on here, share it. Like it, love it. Like it, love it. I'm probably sitting here like real stale, but I'm not as hype as I was at the last live last week. Last week I was like really live. Like, so, but yeah, if you're on here, like, share. But if you're on here, let me know any good news that you have. If you just got some money, if you got a new job, if you got a new boo, if you got a new house, if you got a new something, I don't know. Everybody gotta have good news. Y'all can't just be sitting here watching people live and not engage, you know? That's why people have lives. Anybody got some good news? Anybody? Anybody? You save 20% on your car insurance by switching to Geico. I have Geico, and it's not cheap. You definitely don't save 20%. Are you serious? Asking for a friend. Yes, I is. Yes, I is. I heard this funny joke today, and it was like, I've been on the market for so long, I'm about to put myself on clearance. I'm about to put myself on clearance. That's how long I've been single. But anyway, so I want to get into my live. I've been on here for like 10 minutes. We got to, chit chat and talk about what's going on in the news and what's going on out here. Good news for y'all, people saving money on their car insurance and stuff. But I really want to talk about how to build a really, really good, sufficient team. Something that I struggled with really bad was micromanaging. And really, micromanaging just comes with hiring the right people, hiring people that's passionate, and hiring people that have the skills. And that's it. You don't really have to do too much. In my book, I talk a lot about how to not micromanage, how to go about hiring, how to go about placing them in what positions and things of that nature. But on here, I'm going to kind of just like break it down for you guys. So the first thing is the definition of micromanaging, because a lot of people do not know the definition of micromanaging, which is controlling every part of your business. So of course, every business has multiple components of it. Accounting, you have PR, you have marketing, you have design, you have finances, all of those. And once you start building a sufficient team, you start to have to trust each person in those positions. You have an assistant, you have to trust those assistants. And so I'm about to break down for you guys good ways into hiring, seeking, and all of that. So last time we talked about self-control and the ways that we hurt ourselves and the ways that we can get better. If you guys are on Facebook, definitely share this, because now we're about to get into the good stuff. So I got to talk about this. So he just said that hiring people that's passionate is the worst, because you can always teach somebody, but there's different ways people learn. So it's not just one way. So I don't think that hiring people that's passionate is the worst. I think you have to hire people that's passionate, because you can teach somebody something, but if they're not enjoying what they're doing, if they're not passionate, if they don't wake up in the morning, if they don't wake up in the morning and say, oh my gosh, I want to do what he taught me, so bad, then they're not going to perform excellent. They're not going to put 100% in it. They're not going to tell their friends and their family about it. They're just going to come and perform their job, i.e. the dude down the street that works at Domino's. He doesn't care. He's not passionate about flipping dough. Like, he is passionate about something else. That's what is probably keeping him up at night. That's what's probably making him excel. That's what he's putting all his feelings and emotions in. A lot of people have 9 to 5s. Of course, they're taught that job. Of course, what do you go through? Training. So they're taught that. But once you teach them that, what do? They don't come to work passionate no more. They just do it and they do it and they do it. Probably by the second or third year that they have the job, they half-ass it. You know what I'm saying? So when you find somebody that's actually passionate about it, that person's calling you in the middle of the night, trying to talk to you about it. That person is that person is staying after work because they want to make sure it's done, because they're dedicated, because they're passionate about it. They want to see it do well. When you hire somebody that's passionate, they want to learn. So it's not like, oh, we got to keep giving you training over and over. No, they're on their own reading about it, educating themselves about it. So that's the difference of hiring somebody that's passionate and then just hiring somebody that you just want to teach to do this real quick. You can hire somebody that you just want to teach and do it real quick, because some people have no passion and that's okay. Like, they just want to chill and live life and go through it, and that's fine. But then you have those people that's like, no, I have this passion in my musicians, you know? So yeah, so she says, how about if someone's passionate about something but never had the skills? So how do people such as that get hired? So if you are passionate about it, there's no way in God's earth that you won't develop the skills for it. Having passion goes along with wanting to learn. If you don't want to learn it, you're not passionate about it, I think you just love it. One thing that I learned about me is I love dancing. Like, I love dancing, and when I was young I was dancing, but I'm not passionate about it. I'm passionate about events and PR. That's something that I will pay and invest in. I go to a dance class probably once a month, and I'd be like, oh my God, it's like $20 now. Oh my goodness. But if I had to pay for a flyer, bam, like without even a thought, it's gone. So when you have the passion for it, you're going to invest in it. You're going to, do what you have to do to make sure you're successful in it, if you're passionate about being successful in it. But if you just see something and you just do something on the side, and you just seem to think about it a lot, you might love it. Like, I might just be up at 2 a.m. dancing it, but I'm not passionate about it. It's just something that I love to do, and it's something that gives me a break. So you have to figure out whether if you're really just in love with it, or if you're really actually passionate about it. Because if you're passionate about it, you invest in learning and developing the skills to be successful at it. Cool. So look, we done got far. All right. So the first thing was first. Thank y'all for y'all on here. Please like it and share it, and hit the heart button, and on Facebook, hit the share button. Yeah. Okay. The first thing first is developing a team. Developing a team is key. No matter how big, how small you are, developing a team, even if it's just one extra person, even if it's an assistant, even if it's just 3 of you guys, developing a team is key. The first thing you need to do when developing a team is figuring out job descriptions. I think that, oh Lord, I'm so thirsty. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry. So I think that developing a job description is the number one thing that people, when they first start hiring assistants and hiring people, that they forget. They're like, oh, you know what? I just can't do it. I can't do all of this stuff. I need to hire an assistant. Like, okay, cool. What do you really need your assistant to do? What do you really want your assistant to do? Once you developed all your goals, once you developed your mission, and you fully developed your company, and you've worked it yourself for some time, few years, then you're ready to develop a team, because you really have to make sure every single part that you are about to hire somebody for. So when you're creating that job description, you don't miss nothing. A lot of people, when y'all at work, what's the first thing do you guys say? Oh no, that's not in my job description. So I think that's key. That's the first thing in developing a great team, is establishing a job description. And in the job description, Lord, in the job description, you need to have in there to be passionate about the industry that you guys are in. Lord, be passionate about the industry that you guys are in, making sure that person has, in the requirements, making sure that person has already taken classes, have already developed, have been in a few events, You've done the background check. Oh, that's the next thing, background check. So background checks are very important. I'm not saying that you got to do the drug test, but I mean, just know the person, see if they on the, Maryland records, what records they got, like, just really, because you never know who you're working with. And it's, as a teen in college, I worked at so many restaurants, and every time I worked at a restaurant, something would go up missing. It's because restaurants don't do background checks. They just hire anybody. So every time I turn around, something is stolen. So make sure you know who you're hiring. Background checks. The CIAA has over 1,300 people apply. They only hire 10%. You do the math. Okay. So let's go back to passion, because that was on here. And I'm so glad that, those two people had those questions. Those were dope questions and dope statements. And I totally agree with hiring people that you can just teach. I do agree with that, because sometimes you want that person that is just real chill and mellow and is just down to learn whatever, don't really demand too much. Sometimes you want those people because, you kind of need those people, but you also, when you're in the field, you need those people that's passionate. And then you have those people that just sit behind the desk. So, and it's cool, do what you do. If you guys are on here, like this and share it, and like this and share it, and put me some emojis. Give me some emojis. If you guys agree, give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs down. Like, I got tough skin. I can handle it. I use coconut oil, so I'm good. So, all right, y'all. Passion. So I want to go back to passion. Do you think within the team, each individual should have a separate job depending on the size of the team? So, his question was, do you think within the team, each individual should have a separate job depending on the size of the team? I mean, yeah, that's just like you said, depending on the size of the team. Each person should have a distinct assignment. Everybody should not be doing one assignment. And if that's the case, if everybody's doing one assignment, then everyone needs to do it and submit it at once. And as a team, you need to collectively come together and evaluate all of the results and, move forward from there. But I think that every person in the team should have a separate role. So like, I don't know, say, okay, well, my book is called #Event Proof. So let's talk about events. So say you have a team, you're building a team for events. Just recently we did the Liddy event. And it's so funny because people were like, you have a whole production team here. And it's like, yes, this is a full conference. Like from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You need a production team. So we had 2 people on media. We had 2 people on the door. We had 3 people on the floor. We had 1 person on the stage. We had 1 person mending vendors. And then, of course, then you have somebody that floats all around. And the person that's working, the 2 people that's working the door, they're not only working the door because the step and repeat is there. So you have the step and repeat and the door. Then you have the floaters. The floaters are attending to the attendees and also the panelists because the stage is right there. So that's how you break it down, All right. Good question, guys. Good question. So the next is passion. Yeah, well, I really talked about it. I really talked about it. I talked about when you hire people that's passionate, when you hire people that's dedicated, and when you hire people that's passionate, and also being passionate about your mission. I think that one thing that when bring people on their team, the first thing that they need to figure out is, have you done your research? For Serene, when we sit prospect clients down, we say, so what do you know about Serene? You got to make sure that this person sitting down in front of you has done their research. And especially when we do interviews, the first question is, what do you know about Serene? Figuring out our mission statement is at the top of our website. And, we push our website all the time. So I think that, when you do your interviews and when you're bringing on people, you need to make sure that this person knows your goals and your mission statement like the back of their hand. And they're passionate about it just like you're passionate about it. Also, so yeah, being passionate. Being passionate doesn't involve that many incentives. So a lot of people for their team, they think they got to take them out all the time, and a lot of people give them like Kings Dominion tickets and different things like that. But when you have a team that's very passionate, your wins will be their wins. They will not question, oh, why haven't you bought us lunch, or anything like that. It's like, oh my gosh, did you see that? Did you see that client that we just locked down? Or did you see that vendor that we just won? That will make them happy. That will push them. That will drive them. They'll put their best work forward. When you hire people that is passionate, they'll put their best work forward. Also, the biggest network. Oh, when you're hiring people, you need to make sure, when you're hiring people, you need to make sure that their network is what your network is. So this goes along with doing your background check. You need to check their social media. Are they going to events? Who's liking their pictures? Who's commenting under their pictures? Who do they follow? Who follow them? What groups are they in? On Facebook, who are they socializing with? Just making sure that their network is going to go along with and help, your company grow. Yeah, so that goes a part of developing a team. I stated about the job description, doing intensive background check, and making sure that they're passionate. That's very important. And then the last is once you hire your team. Once you hire your team, and this is all in the book, #Event Proof. You can purchase it on Amazon right now. It's very cheap. I didn't want to make it expensive. Didn't find a point. Watch how they work. Watch how they work. Once you hire them, watch how they work. This is the problem that I had micromanaging. But this is how you watch how they work. Training. The first thing how you do to watch how they work is train them properly. Train them properly. And this is why I said you have to make sure that you yourself have performed that task for your company before you can hire somebody for that position. So you can't give out a task to somebody that you yourself haven't done. A lot of times when I've given out tasks to people that have worked for us, it's like, and they're like making excuses about why they haven't produced it or, why it's late. It's just like, no, I know for sure how quickly that can get done. And I know for sure we've trained you properly to do it. You got to know when people are bringing you excuses and when people are just not passionate. Training. The next thing is when watching how they work is technology. Technology in different systems. A lot of people use Google Drive. Google Drive is great. I think you can also invest in something you love as well, something you're passionate about. But how would you separate between the two, which to pursue? Oh, that's so funny, Will Morgan, that you asked that. 1 second, I'm about to answer that. And let me just finish with technology to monitor. So the technology to monitor, like I said, you don't want to micromanage, but you want to make sure that communication is very clear throughout your entire time of performing tasks with your teammates. So getting different technologies to do so. So like Slack is a good way. You can differentiate what channels you want. You can, have conversations with the entire team. That's how you guys can stay up to date with your assignments and, just things of that nature. Google Drive is great. You can see when the person, dropped their assignments in the folders, things of that. Microsoft Office is awesome too. You guys can share calendars and things of that nature. You can all do it on Google Calendar. But getting great systems, implementing systems of communication. That's how you don't have to micromanage. You already know when it's going to be there. You've already communicated. Any updates will be stated. Just making sure you guys have clear ways of communication. And last, So that's it for that part. So I want to answer your question. You said, I think you can also invest in something you love as well as something you're passionate about. Yes, I do feel like that. He said, how would you separate between the two, which to pursue? So earlier someone asked, how about if someone's passionate about something but never had the skills to do so, and how do people such as get hired? And I think that's the same thing. you can be passionate. So I made the example about me dancing. I love dancing. I love dancing. I do it all the time. I do it during my free time. I do it when, I just need to like chill. I go to a dance class once a month, twice a month, whatever. But I'm passionate about my business, and I'm passionate about my company. I'm passionate about events, and I'm passionate about PR. I'm passionate about branding. That's what I invest in. So what you're passionate about is what you can't go to sleep thinking about. You stay up, you finish the task, you pay close attention to it, and you invest in it the most. It's the one thing that you don't even have to think about dropping a dime for. What you the difference is investing in something you love. You do it every now and then. You only do it when you have the means. You only do it when you have the funds. You only do it if somebody is pushing you and telling you to do it. That's the difference between doing something that you love and doing something that you're passionate about. When you do something that you love, you won't invest that much in it. You won't invest that much time. You won't invest, you won't build a network around it, unless it's like, just a chill little hobby that you have. But things that you're passionate about, you're going to dedicate that time to it. You're going to dedicate the dollars to it. You're going to go to the events. You're going to pay close attention to detail and all. But, yeah, so I hope that answers your question. I had so much fun on this live, guys. I feel like I gave you guys a lot. It was very engaging. If you like this, please, please, please share it. Another thing is I'm putting these videos on YouTube. What am I passionate about? I'm passionate about events and PR. So people don't know, I have a company, it's called Serene Management, and we do events and PR. It's awesome. So follow us. This webinar was about my book called #Event Proof on Amazon. You can purchase it. And this chapter, what we discussed today, is actually in the book. And I go into greater detail about just not how to micromanage and building a great team, building people that's passionate and things of that nature. So if anybody don't have any more questions, I was just talking about you. I'm in DC. Hey, Brad. Oh, I don't even live in DC no more. I'm in New York now, girl. But yes, I miss you. I haven't seen her in forever. But yeah, so if anybody has any questions, I'm going to tune out now. I have so much fun on these lives with you guys because you guys get so engaged. You start answering questions and stuff. But yeah, so like I said, this video is on YouTube. You can see the one about self-control on YouTube. I do these lives every Wednesday at 9 p.m. If you go on Instagram and follow Event Proof, literally Event Proof, one word. I post some flyers when I'll go live, what I'll go live about. And it's just, different ways to build and develop and brand, and definitely talking about how to build and develop event company. But also, if you're in the entertainment business overall, I work predominantly in entertainment. So I don't want to come on here with a tech company and be like, how do I code and da-da-da-da-da, and I can't help you. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions, I'm tuning out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please share this, like it, love it. See you guys next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Bye-bye.